Hi everybody and welcome to my cozy corner. Today we're going to be reading Pud the Wannabe Cat by Brian Murphy and Keith Blake. Let's get started. Meow. My name is Pud and I am a cool house cat, if I do say so myself. But I want to be more than that. I live with my family, Sue, Ben, and my special playmate Theo in our lovely home. Theo and I love to play together around the garden and the swimming pool. Theo's a great swimmer. I want to be one too. We have many tall trees in my backyard that are home to my greatest enemy, the pesky magpie. When I do my private time poos in the garden each day, they think it's fun to try and scare me by dive bombing me. This really puts me off my business. I've tried to catch them, but they are too quick for me. One time I chased a baby bird around the corner of my home. But it was a setup. His mom and dad were waiting for me and scared me back inside. I want to be brave. I love my life. I wake up early and leap onto the bed to lick Mom's face and meow in her ear. She tells sleepy Dad to feed me. Sometimes this makes him grumpy. After my tasty tuna, it's time to do jobs around the house. First of all, I make sure Theo wakes up by jumping all over him. He gives me lots of pats and scratches me under my chin. This makes me purr. Then I join the family at the breakfast table to hear about the day ahead. Soon it's time for my family to get ready for work and school. Theo packs his school bag, Mom and Dad make lunch, and I wave them goodbye as they drive away. After such a busy morning, I'm very tired and lay down in the warm sun on the windowsill, but I always keep an eye open for any danger. I want to be fearless. I'm not sure, though, what I would do if there was danger. I think I would go to my favorite secret hiding spot, under the bed. Most of the day I'm busy sleeping until Theo comes home from school. We spend lots of time chasing each other around the house and garden. Theo throws my favorite red ball for me to run after. It's so much fun. I love to make my family laugh by chasing my tail and hanging from the curtains by my sharp claws. Sometimes I show them how clever I am by dancing on 2 feet. After dinner, we sit together and watch television. I wrap myself around Theo's neck and purr loudly in delight. Life's not always easy, though. On one unforgettable day, when a gardener came to mow our grass, I had the biggest adventure of my life. I want to be a curious cat, so I snooped around his trailer and found a nice spot to curl up and go to sleep. The next thing I knew, the sky was rushing past and the trailer was bouncing wildly. It was so scary. Finally, the car stopped and I leaped onto the hot, rough road. I had no idea where I was. What could I do now? I raced towards some trees and hid there until nighttime. I want to be safe, so I stayed very still and waited. The next day, with the bright sun shining in the sky, I wandered out of the thick bush and went to the nearest home. But I couldn't go inside because there was a ferocious dog barking at me. I was very lonely and knew I had to find my family. I was also very hungry, so I tried to catch some lizards, but they knew all the deep holes to hide and to escape from me. I want to be a smart cat, too. I needed a plan to find my way home. What to do? I remembered a creek flowed behind our home, so I decided if I found water and followed it, then it should lead me home. Pretty clever, huh? After searching all day long, I found the creek and then made my bed in a hollow log so I would be safe. But I wasn't. I woke up and saw the hungry eyes of a greedy fox looking at his dinner, me. but my special cat growl made him run away in fright. Whew! The clear water in the creek was flowing fast when I started my journey the next day, and I began to follow it home as planned. On rounding a bend, I was shocked by a frilly-necked lizard sunning itself beside the water, and I jumped into the air with fright. Then splash, I landed in the water. The water swept me along, and I struggled to keep my head from going under. My fur was soaking wet, and I was freezing cold. Now I really want to be a swimmer like Theo. Can cats learn to doggy paddle? Luckily, a small branch floated past, so I climbed on. I want to be Captain Pud on my very own ship, sailing down the rapidly flowing creek. It was fun until I heard a loud squawk. I looked up and saw the talons of an enormous eagle coming towards me. I leapt back in the water and made my way to dry land, then scuttled into the trees to hide once more. I would have to travel at night to be safe, but I was feeling so weak as I hadn't eaten for 2 whole days. I thought of my family. I missed them all terribly. That night, I followed the creek once again. After only a short way, I spotted a friendly wombat waddling along the bank. He stopped to talk, and I told him my sad story. Lucky me, he said I was almost there. I dashed on into the night, huffing and puffing with excitement. Soon after, I spotted my swimming pool in the distance and realized home wasn't far away now. I rushed towards the door and cried out, "Meow, meow!" I heard lots of banging and bumping, and then the lights turned on inside the house. Suddenly, the door opened. Mom, Dad, and Theo scooped me up and cuddled me. They gave me milk and tuna, my favorite food. I was so glad to be home, back with my family. I said I want to be brave and curious, but that only leads to trouble and danger for a cat. Yes, I want to be many things, but right now, I just want to be me. The end. Pud is based on a true story about our much-loved cat who went missing for 2 weeks. One night he returned crying outside until we let him in. We were so happy to see him. I can only imagine what he did in the time he was away from home. I wonder.